Hey folks, it's Thursday, March 25th. Here's your forecast. The first thing I want you to do is to check out the Writing Studio draft. So this draft has three parts to it. There's the rough draft with the proposal and the annotated bib. There are some peer review comments on the draft, and I want you to read those as well because, right, I'm trying to model what a good peer review looks like. And then you're going to see a revised paper in blue, which takes into account the feedback that the peer was given. Okay, so really take your time and to read each part of the Writing Studio sample. And I want you to pay attention to two things. One, how carefully the peers have responded to the draft, like one specific example where you're like, man, that was a really good piece of advice. And then related, how the author, like one specific example of something that the author has done that you really feel like it was a really good revision of the paper, right? So you are going to be comparing sort of between drafts and really paying attention to that peer review feedback because we're learning about how to revise, but also how to give good feedback. And both of those things are actually related. We learn to become better writers by giving other people feedback on their writing. Okay, so that should take you some time. And then I want you to reflect on what you've learned from the Writing Studio. So head over to Pop Writing Check-in 3 and just, follow these instructions, right? Specific things here. Like the key is like, make sure it's specific. It's not just like super general, like, oh, they did this thing, right? Like make it, don't phone it in. Because it's really about reminding yourself of things that you want to model when you're giving peer review feedback and then also receiving it, okay? Then this really many of you can probably skip, but I do want you to familiarize yourself with the peer review form for assignment 2. So go ahead and just sort of check that out because remember you're going to need to paste that into the bottom of your assignment 2 draft, right? So just sort of familiarize yourself with that. It should be pretty familiar because you'll have read the Writing Studio sample that uses that peer review form. All right. Then I want you to learn about your peer review workflow. Everyone, just like for the last time, is going to have a group folder for peer review and a peer review channel. And I'm going to go ahead and add you to that here soon. Okay. And so that is it. And then for homework, I want you to, based upon what you learned in the Writing Studio, revise your assignment 2 draft even more so that it's basically reflecting the best that you can do so far. All right. Then I want you to copy and paste the peer review form onto the bottom of your rough draft, right? And then I want you to share that peer review document or your assignment draft with the peer review form attached to it to your group folder. Okay. So there's that. Then obviously once you get that draft uploaded to your group folder, please do use this kind of naming convention. And then the very last thing you're going to do, and we did this last time too, is that I want you to head over to Slack after you've uploaded your paper to the folder and just write a message to your peers and say, hey, here's how I think I'm doing in my paper, but really focus on here are things, very specific things that I have questions about, or hey, FYI, I know this is a problem. Because sometimes it really helps your peers save time if they know what you have questions about, or if you know that something is a problem, right? Or if you need specific feedback, okay? So that's it, friends. That is what we're doing in class today, and that is what's for homework. So let's have a good day.